Hey guys, I'm just gonna have background gameplay playing, so be talking over it. So a lot of you, see my community posts and things like that, and maybe you want me to do more things like this in the future, where I'm just talking to you guys about things that go on, etc. Um, so if you guys want me to talk about anything specific, just leave it in the comments. But today I'm just going to be talking about this pandemic that we're all in at the moment, that we're all almost sort of coming out of, and how it's easier to deal with it, because I know a lot of people are finding this the last 2 years really quite difficult, because we've been stuck inside. School's been in and out the whole time for people who are still at school. Jobs, a lot of people lost their jobs, things like that, and it affects your mental health really. And for the people who already suffer through depression, anxiety, loneliness, things like that, this pandemic isn't going to be easy for them. Um, so I'll be talking about things like that. Not necessarily how to cure it, because I'm not a doctor. I'm not someone who can help you through every single struggle, but I can sort of guide you on the right way of what we can all be doing. So first of all, I'm going over depression. So I myself suffer from it, or I used to suffer from it really badly. Now it's not as bad. I've actually found a way through coping, with it in the background, but I found a focus really. My channel really has been my focus. It's taken my mind off of things, which is quite hard to do when you've got depression. So I really encourage, if you are struggling with things like that, you first of all you tell people. That's the most important thing, guys. If you're struggling with bad thoughts, I would say constantly make sure you tell someone, even if they think they're just gonna laugh at you. It's very, very important. And if you don't take it seriously and you think it is a really serious matter, go tell a doctor. Go tell a friend. Go tell a friend's parents. It's really, really important. Because once you do that, then people are aware of your condition. They might start treating you differently, start have more patience with you, maybe, and start understanding when you just need to have a break, just sit down and try clear your head. Um, so once you've done that, I highly advise that you find something to take your mind off of things when you're feeling down. When you've got those bad thoughts running through your heads, suicide, you wanting to self-harm yourself, cutting your hands, your wrists, whatever, wanting to jump off a bridge, those thoughts, when you start getting those, you need to have something that you have a go-to to get your mind off of things. But you need to make sure that that go-to isn't what you do in your normal day. Because let's just say, I don't know, your go-to is playing a game. Every time you log onto that game, you're going to be thinking about those thoughts, those depression thoughts, the suicide and the self-harm. So I highly encourage you to find something that you don't do normally in every day that's still going to be something that you will really enjoy, and it'll take your mind off of things, so that you can sort the problem out in your head instead of doing something stupid. And honestly, once you have taken your mind off things, and if you can't seem to take your mind off things and it's still there, you can't do anything about it, you're just going to collapse, talk to someone right there in the moment and tell them that you're feeling that like that right now. It's not like before, when you're telling them that you have depression, probably you've got these constant bad thoughts. I'm talking about in the moments when you're struggling most, tell somebody. It's so important. I really can't encourage it anymore. It's probably the most important thing, is telling people about it, because it lifts a little bit of weight off your chest. It's hard to do. It's very, very hard to do, for sure. But once you have done, having someone that knows that what you're going through is so massive. It's such a relief to your body. It lifts a little bit of tension. You can always message me as well. I'll have my Discord ID in the pin comment. I'll have my Instagram. I'll have my Snapchat, if you want to Snapchat me, I suppose. If you just need someone to talk to, just let me know. Just message me. I'll always reply to my messages and every single social media. Um, what are we going to now? Um, how about the people that are lost their jobs and things like that. Because I know it's a very small part of my audience are adults. A lot of you guys are, my age or younger. I'm 16 for those of you who don't know. But for those people that are, in those positions, I'll talk about school as well. For those of you that are in those positions, you're facing people that are in school, you're facing constant risk of having to deal with the virus. So for those of you that are, still going to school, still dealing with that, I recommend that you be as safe as possible. I'm sure you've been told this countless times, but we don't know the long-term effects of this virus and the new outstretch of it as well. We haven't studied it. We haven't had time. We've had countless hundreds of years of time for some of these diseases, and we still don't know some of the effects of them. So I really highly recommend that you're cleaning everything, and those of you who have to go to school with it and you're struggling, you're thinking, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to get this risk of this virus. Try calm yourself with the comfort that, you'll clean everything once you get home. You'll try to keep yourself as COVID safe as possible. Try to keep social distance, and sometimes, in classrooms, it's just not possible. But you've got to be, try rest your mind with the fact that other people that are there shouldn't have the virus, and if they do, that they really shouldn't be there. And if you know someone, has symptoms of it, you should tell them, and they should go get a test. You should, try comfort yourself with the fact that people have taken tests. Because also it can have a big impact on your mental state of things, whether you're comfortable in the place that you're in. You're not able to concentrate if you're at school, constantly thinking of these things of, am I in danger? Am I going to have long-term bad effects of this virus? Is it going to affect my breathing in the long term? Is it going to affect my brain, how I think? Is it going to affect my lifespan? If you're constantly thinking about those things whilst you're at school, you're not going to be able to concentrate on your work, are you? Your grades are going to go down. Your parents start going to get annoyed, But that's something else we really need to talk about is your parents' understanding. A lot of parents a lot of the time just ignore things because they think what they think is right, and that's a very stereotypical thing for parents. And they don't. A lot of the time they just don't listen to their children. Whether what the children are thinking, they don't really take a lot of notice of it. It's like with depression. The child's opinion is so often just fully ignored, when really it needs to be recognized, because it can put the child at ease if they know that they're being recognized somewhat. So if any parents are watching this and you already don't, and you already aren't listening to your child, please start listening, because just even talking with them about it, even though that they're wrong, still talking with them about it and talking through everything that's going on with the school pandemic, depression, anxiety, anything like that. It's so important. It helps them out an incredible amount. You wouldn't even understand it. It's amazing. So highly encourage that. But yeah, it's a weird position that we're all in right now. We're all making so much contact online and hardly any in person, which, you think you'd be really, you'd have lots of company, you talk to hundreds of people online, as many people as you want, but really we're all in a state of quite a big loneliness, especially if you have a small family, or hardly any family at all, or some people that are live alone, and the only time they go out maybe is to go to work or to go to the shops, which might be once a week. And it's a really difficult place to be in when you've got no one there, no one to talk to, no one to just relax with and talk about how your day's going. For instance, it's really really difficult. Hopefully we'll be out of this soon, but you never know. I mean, we're not really any closer. We've got a lot of places have got this what do you call it? The antivirus injection. What do you call it? I forgot the name right now. I'll put it on the screen. But it's not 100% effective, and because of the outstretch of the virus, um, we don't know. We honestly don't know if it's going to work anymore. So we're going to have to develop a whole new one, and in this cycle that might just continue over and over again. COVID might just be have something might have to be something that we accept into the world, like with the cold when it came along, and stuff like that. You know, it might just be something that we get occasionally, and then it goes away after a few weeks. You know, just or like a stomach bug or things like that. You know, hopefully not, because obviously we don't know long term effects. But at this rate, it's not really getting any better. The virus is just spreading to more and more places, and I know some countries, like is it North Korea or South Korea, one of those two places, are supposed to be almost fully clear of the virus, which is quite incredible, really. But you know, a lot of places, I'm talking USA, even UK is getting worse at the moment, are really really bad places per population, if not, I mean, per person is the amount of people that have the virus is pretty bad. So hopefully get out of this soon. But I just highly encourage all of you guys to talk to people if you're struggling about anything. Talk to me. Like I said, I'll have my socials in the pinned comment. And yeah, if you guys want me to talk about anything else in the future, just let me know. I might do a video every week or something like that. It depends how much time I have, and depends if you guys want to listen to it more. So anyway, guys, I will see you later. I hope you have an awesome day and take care.